This is a true horror story about Bloody Mary asking for a ride, and it is something that still follows me every time I close my eyes. My name is Kingston, and this happened when my friends and I were young college students, careless and reckless, thinking nothing bad could ever touch us. That night, we had just left a school party. We had been drinking beer for hours, laughing too loudly, stumbling into an Uber without really paying attention to anything around us. We were drunk enough not to notice where the driver was taking us, and honestly, we did not care. All we wanted was to get home and sleep. The road was quiet, unusually quiet. I remember glancing out the window and seeing a long stretch of empty darkness ahead of us. The driver told us we were passing through Sunol Road in California. Even in my drunken state, that name sent a faint chill through me. Everyone knows the rumors about that road. People talk about accidents, disappearances, and a ghost that wanders at night. But none of us said anything. We laughed it off, pretending we were not scared. It was late, the sky completely black, and the only sound was the engine humming and the tires rolling against the asphalt. Just as we were about to pass the end of the road, the driver slowed down and pulled over. None of us asked why. Then the back door opened. A girl stepped into the car. She wore a white dress that looked old and slightly torn, like something from a wedding that never truly happened. Her hair was long and dark, clinging to her face as if it were damp. She sat quietly in the back seat and spoke softly, saying her name was Mary. The moment she said it, my heart felt like it stopped. The air inside the car suddenly felt cold, heavy, as if we were all breathing underwater. Mary told us she had been abandoned by her husband on her wedding night. She said she had been standing on that road for hours, trying to find a ride, but no one stopped because it was too dark. Her voice trembled, and she sounded so fragile, so broken. We felt sorry for her. One of my friends even nodded and told her she was safe now. As she spoke, I noticed something strange. Her reflection in the window did not move the same way she did. When she wiped her face, the reflection lagged behind. Then she started to cry. At first, it sounded like normal sobbing. Then we saw it. Blood streamed down her face, seeping from her eyes like thick red tears. The smell of iron filled the car. Someone gasped. Someone else whispered a prayer. My hands were shaking so badly I had to grip the seat in front of me. I leaned toward my friend Dominic and whispered about Bloody Mary. I told him about the legend, about a spirit that appears on lonely roads, wearing white, crying blood, luring people before revealing her true nature. I told him that the story was said to take place on this very road. Dominic turned pale. His lips were trembling. The moment I finished speaking, Mary stopped crying. Slowly she lifted her head and looked straight at me through the rearview mirror. Her eyes were completely white, empty and furious. Her mouth twisted into something that was not a smile. She asked if we were talking about her. My heart nearly burst out of my chest. We begged the driver to stop the car, to let us out right there, but he refused. His face was stiff, his eyes fixed on the road, as if he could not hear us. One of my female friends started to cry hysterically when Mary calmly began to say our names, every single one of them, perfectly, even though we had never introduced ourselves. Panic took over. Everyone in the car was crying, except me. I was frozen, unable to move or speak. It felt like we had been driving for hours, trapped in that darkness with her, but later I realized it had only been a short time. The air grew lighter. The sky slowly changed from black to gray. Morning came. The driver glanced into the back seat and suddenly slammed on the brakes. There was no one there. No Mary, no white dress, just empty seats and the lingering smell of blood. We arrived home in silence. The next morning, while taking a shower, I tried to convince myself it was all a drunken nightmare. But when I looked into the bathroom mirror, I saw deep red scratch marks across my neck, as if someone had dragged their nails slowly across my skin. And that was when I knew she had been real.